Alright, these are the men of Green-Eyed Monsters. To the left I have
Gabriel.
And to the right?
Jose Sauceda.
Alright, and you guys are the...
I'm the writer-director of the film, and he was the assistant director.
Awesome. Could you guys give a brief synopsis of the film to people that haven't actually had a chance to come out and check out or haven't like heard of the film just yet?
Yeah, sure. Green-Eyed Monsters is a supernatural thriller about a group of kids who go to South Texas to dig for buried money that they heard is on an abandoned ranch. And when they get out there, basically they dig around everywhere. A lot of crazy things start to happen. They see things that aren't really there, and they find the money, and basically that's when all hell breaks loose. They see a lot of things. People start to disappear. It's a big mystery, really. And the reason behind it is the film is a standalone horror movie, but when I wrote it, I wrote a contest into the movie. So there's actually clues hidden within the movie that lead to $10,000. And the idea behind it was always, if you're going to watch a movie about these kids digging for money, what if you, the audience, could also dig for money yourself? So it's kind of the way it runs. It's been working out pretty well. We got a lot of buzz locally, but I'm just trying to spread the word.
And just right now, currently we're going on a cross-country promotional tour. We've already done a short tour of Texas, but in a couple days we're heading towards New York and hitting a lot of screenings, a lot of other conventions, and driving in a big mobile advertisement truck. It's got Green-Eyed Monster on it all over the place, and other people that bought ad space on eBay actually. And we'll be driving from New York to LA, just trying to promote the movie, trying to get people to watch it, to learn about the movie and the contest. And we're also doing, both of us are doing blogs and video logs online and documenting the trip, just to make that the trip itself interactive with the crowd that behind.
Awesome. How long did it take you guys to actually go through pre-production, production, and then post-production?
Well, the production phase was a 14-day shoot. Pre-production is kind of sketchy because I worked on the script for a little over a year. When we got financing, it was actually only about 4 or 5 months of actual pre-production work. Then, like I said, it was a 2-week shoot, and post was long. It was about 5 months? Yeah, about 5 months of post, just because I also edited the film, and basically doing everything yourself can kind of take a lot of time. So the whole process together is about, I guess, 2 years or so.
2 years? Oh, wow. And so are you guys I know you said you're going through promotional, like the pre-promotional right now is going to be going through all the horror conventions. Have you guys entered it into any like film festivals or anything else like that? Are you going to go that route? Or are you going to go through what other ways are you going to try to promote your film besides the horror convention route?
Well, we're trying to get it out there any way that we can, and we have submitted to some festivals. We've submitted to a few of the top tier and also to some of the genre festivals that happen later on in the year. And then so we're doing the conventions, the festivals. Another thing that I did in the fall, and we're trying to plan for this spring also, is we screened at a lot of colleges, universities. A lot of organizations invite us on campus to screen it for the students just for publicity. So it's a mixture of everything. I mean, it's anything from film festivals to conventions to colleges, universities, to sometimes we'll just grab a couple of copies and posters and we'll hand them out in shopping center parking lots. Just kind of spread the word.
How did you guys find the actors and actresses for your film? Were they people that you had known, or did you put an ad out on Craigslist, or did you go through like personals, or what would you? Craigslist.
I love Craigslist. Everything was local. I'm from Dallas, he's from Fort Worth, and all of the actors and actresses were all local. The furthest we did have someone from Austin. Other than that, everybody was from the DFW area. The crew was all from the DFW. Everything about the film was completely local, and thank you to Craig for Craigslist.
How oh man, I just had something slip my mind. I had a good question. I can't think of it off the top of my head now. What was it? Oh, yeah. What did you guys have as far as makeup and special effects? Who helped you through all that?
Funny thing, do you want to tell this story? You want to tell it? Which one? Well, we didn't really have a makeup and effects department. We couldn't really afford it. It's a pretty low budget film, but just coincidentally, one of the guys who was kind of a PA on the set happened to dabble in special effects. So one day, he just popped out a can of or a bottle of liquid latex, some paint, some toilet paper, and he basically made all the effects with that, and it was amazing. Him and another guy who was just a personal friend, and I didn't know he did that either. He pulled out a paint kit that I guess everybody carries a paint kit in their back pocket, and they just kind of did it. It was crazy. It was, other than that, we were just having actors and actresses apply their own makeup.
Yeah.
And these guys just kind of magically pull some stuff out. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say the best story of this makeup effects is actually his wife we didn't have catering or anything. His wife made us meals because we actually lived on set for like the whole 2-week period in this little town that 20 minutes from a Walmart. But one night she cooked this turkey, like 2 turkeys, and one of the grips that was there just took a big old turkey leg and fixed it up so that one of the actresses looks like she had a broken leg. And like that was just something like, I mean, if we had to have turkey, it wouldn't have been in the movie. But it actually just adds that whole little extra level. Like it just, guys like that on the spur going like, hey, let's try this, and we're like, yeah, sure. And it just looked really good.
Awesome. Any good funny stories or crazy stories from the set that you guys would like to share with any of the people that haven't seen the movie yet? Maybe entice them to go see it, or maybe give them some good background.
There was a lot. I think one of the weirdest stories to us was that we filmed this in a small town out by Cleveland. Normally quiet, you can hear everything out there. And about 5 days before production, a company decided to set up this, 100, 200 foot drill, and the whole area has a drilling sound. And about 2 days after production, the drill disappeared. It's gone. So it was like one of those things that we started calling it the curse of the green-eyed monster. I mean, we had so many things going wrong, and to top it all off, here's this big drill that just appears and disappears out of nowhere. And that was fun. I don't know, can you take it?
One of the other things, I guess, is when you're, because like I said, the cast and the crew were all living there for about 2 weeks, and it just, coincidentally enough, more than one or two people started telling us that they started seeing things, started hearing things, and they started to suspect that like what Gabriel wrote wasn't really based on something true, because they were like, I've seen something crazy, I heard someone scratching out, so that was actually a lot of fun, because they actually played around with that, like to get motivation.
I was gonna say, I mean, that would motivate me in a horror film to get scared, especially if there were like some type of ghosts around and things like that. So.
I actually planted that seed, so it's kind of funny because a lot of it was, we would start just telling stories, so everybody would get in the mood. It was cold, we were living there, we started planting seeds, and it's funny because one of the guys who helped out is a family friend, and I forgot to tell him I was lying. So about a year after we shot the movie, we went back out there just to barbecue and hang out, and he still kept telling everybody about all the ghosts, and so I pulled him aside and I was like, and I just didn't do it. I still let him think that it's all true. So that's fun.
That's the best way to do it sometimes, That's funny. So as far as all the posters, I see you got lots of posters and DVDs and everything. I take it you guys are actually producing all this stuff yourself?
Yes.
Awesome. And if somebody wanted to come out and check your film out, or buy posters or t-shirts or DVDs, how would they get in touch with you guys? Is there like a website you guys have, or MySpace or anything else like that?
Yeah, actually, the website is greeneyemonstermovie.com, and everything's on there, or MySpace/greeneyemonstermovie. The other way is if you see us driving in a huge truck with a big monster on the side of it, flag us down. We'll give you a copy of the movie, we'll give you posters, we'll give you anything.
And off the greeneyemonstermovie.com website, there's also links to my personal blog and YouTube account, where I'm posting blogs about the tour and video logs on the YouTube about everything that we're going through.